everyone. Good morning and welcome to Victorian Kettle. So I've been doing some different videos, a little more instructional videos about tea. My business, I cater Victorian tea parties, and I just love Victorian tea parties. I love everything Victorian. And so today, this morning, I am going to tell you the different steeping times of tea. So I have a couple different kinds of teas here, and I have this beautiful kettle here. It's on a heating plate, and I'm actually going to turn this on. I have about 2 cups here of water in this kettle, and I'm going to get this to a boil. And if you don't, this is not temperature, there's no thermometer on it. And I'm going to tell you how you know what temps this is at if you didn't have a thermometer. It's kind of interesting. So while this is starting, while that's heating up, and it heats up very quickly. So just to tell you, when you start seeing some bubbles, you're at about 170 to 180. And then when you see the bubbles all on the bottom, you're at like 180, 190. And then anything over 200, you're at a full boil. Just so you kind of can gauge if you don't have a thermometer. I thought that was kind of interesting. So I'm going to let that go. And already I see some bubbles on the bottom. So this heats up very quickly. So I've got some black tea here, some Earl Grey, and Earl Grey black tea is best with boiling water. So you want this water over 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and you want this boiling, and you're gonna steep black tea for a good 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, so you want to get all that bold flavor in there. So boiling water, 5 to 6 minutes, is black tea. Also, herbal teas, also boiling water. There's some debate on the steeping time, but they say at least 5 minutes as well. Okay, for that, I think it's to get all those lovely herbal and florally and flavors in there. And as you can see, this is already, there's bubbles forming at the bottom. We're probably like at 180, 190. So all the bubbles are at the bottom. So see, it did not take very long for that to get to that temperature. Okay. And then of course you have rooibos tea, which is also about 5 minutes at boiling. So again, boiling water is 200 to 210 degrees. And this is already starting to boil here. Then you have your oolong, which is about 190, and you're going to steep this for about 3 to 4 minutes, so not as long. Okay. And then you have your green tea, which is you have it at about 170 to 180. And you're only going to do this for 1 to 3 minutes. You only have to steep that for 1 to 3, as well as a white tea, which I don't know if you saw my earlier video explaining the different types of tea. It's less oxidized. It's very light in flavor. So you only have to steep the white tea for about 1 to 3 minutes. And it's at about 150 to 160. So those are the different types of teas and the steeping times. And here, this is already at a full boil, and this is probably 200, over 200, and it only took not even a minute to get there. So these pots, if you have these wonderful pots, they're great for tea. So all you would have to do is get your steeper, and put your tea in your pot. I usually do mine in a big glass, put my tea leaves in here, and let it steep in a separate glass and let that steep for however long. My black tea would be about 5 minutes. You could set a timer and let that steep, and once it's done, you pour it in your beautiful little teacup and you have a wonderful cup of tea. So again, I hope I was able to teach you a little bit today. Who knew that there was different temperatures for the water and steeping times to best enjoy your tea. You can also add a little bit of sugar to your tea, a little cream, a lemon wedge, however you prefer to drink your tea. I just prefer mine plain. But try the different ways to drink tea and enjoy. So again, my business is Victorian Kettle, www.victoriankettle.com. I cater Victorian tea parties. Please look at my business page on Facebook, my YouTube channel, I have an Instagram page. And again, I appreciate the business and I look forward to having more tea parties. Everybody have a lovely day.